right. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to our Glory Fellowship podcast. And this episode is actually what we call What's Happening at Glory. And, we have our normal kind of series podcast that we have where we kind of do a sermon recap with Adam. So we have those podcasts that exist. And, we have a series going on with him right now. But then we also have these episodes that we do call What's Happening at Glory, and just trying to give you information on things that's going on at the church and just different happenings, because I know sometimes, there's so many things going on. It's kind of hard to keep up with all of it, and it's just good to know what all's happening. So today, I'm sure most of you know Michelle Howell, and so welcome, Michelle.
Thank you.
And Michelle serves as our children's director here at Glory Fellowship. And how many years has it been now?
3 years.
3 years.
Yes.
Okay. Time is flying.
Yeah, very quickly.
Yeah. And so I know it's been wonderful just seeing what has happened since you've, come on board. I'll let you speak on all this, but it's a wonderful thing to have a church who invests in our young people,
Very much, yes.
in our kids and our young families, and so forth, and to have our older generation,
yes,
that's here at the church who they understand that that's the future of the church, and they support everything. So
very much, yes.
It's a beautiful thing,
Yeah, we are very blessed to have so many pouring into our kids, and that's through not just hands-on serving, but in every way of support that you could imagine. So that's something, that I have been blessed with since I've started here as the director.
Yeah.
Our programs could not be what they are because without that support.
Yeah. So just want to make sure clarification on this. First of all, when we say Glory Kids, that's just the branding of our children's department. So it's it's everything falls under Glory Kids.
Right.
So it's Glory Kids Choir, Glory Kids Worship, Glory Kids Care Groups. So it's that type of thing. So that's if you hear us talking about that or saying that, that's what we mean.
Right.
So let's just kind of start with and talk for a minute about how many kids we're serving, kind of on a weekly basis.
Okay. So we have our traditional Sunday services that are, when I say traditional, like we serve them in a way of through care groups. And all of our kids' care groups are at 9 o'clock. So from birth to 6th grade, we average about, over the last 4 to 6 weeks, we've averaged about 120, which is a blessing. And so our classes are full, but prospering in many ways spiritually. And our 10:30 service, we offer children's worship, and that's pre-K through 3rd grade. And in both of those services, we have the nursery, and we're feeding into and loving in different ways and teaching at their appropriate levels. So we've got a lot going on for our kids on Sundays, and it's full and at times may look a little hectic, but
it's organized chaos.
That's right. It's kids. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm really proud of our leaders that we have. Some we've had with us over a span of time, and they're experienced and just very committed, and then some that we've had come on board over the last year to 2 years that have just dove right in and taken ownership and becoming leaders quickly, and so I'm just really excited to see our teams of volunteers growing as well.
Yeah.
And not that this is a a podcast for plugging, but if you are wondering what it's like and how can I get involved, I would love for you to just come check it out, pop in, shadow, or talk to some of our leaders, because many of them would share with you how blessed they are when they step out of Sunday mornings. Maybe very tired, but blessed, and just warm feeling, just knowing that they have an opportunity to feed into our kids. And
talking about those volunteers, the impact that they make, and if you're wanting, or you're thinking about it or praying about it, and we always need volunteers, but the impact that you have on those kids' lives, I mean, it can't be measured. I mean, it's
we have such a diverse group of kids that we serve. There's some that come from different backgrounds, and different environmental factors, and there's just so many opportunities to fill into a child's life. Just encouragement, aside from the teaching, just an encouragement, a hug, feeding, many things, a high five, jumping off of the bus, coming into the building, just so many ways that we can build relationships with kids, and like I said, in from different backgrounds.
I'm gonna steal a phrase that Adam used in one of our other podcasts. But we were talking about, in Jeremiah, he's been going through the church leadership, or leadership in a church, or in leadership in general. But he was talking about the leadership in the church, and in preparation, and all the things that goes on. He said it is a glorious exhaustion.
That's a great example.
and so that, when I think about all of our leaders and all you guys that work with our children. Every Wednesday and every Sunday, and if you're thinking about it, that's what it is. It's a glorious exhaustion.
Yes, that's right. So I hate that he couldn't steal that one from me. That's a good description.
Right. It's a good thing. It is going to be. It's tiresome, and but it's a wonderful thing if you're, you're serving the Lord in that way and making an impact. So. Go ahead.
I was going to say, we've talked about the Sunday services and programs, but something we're really excited about is our Wednesday night discipleship classes, and specifically what we're calling Level Up. For our children is, I hate to use the word program in such a way that it's in a box, but this is just a new season for us. We're jumping into heavier emphasis on discipleship while also including our missions. We've had RAs and GAs for the last several years, and it has been wonderful, and we've seen a lot of fruit from that. We've just felt kind of led to go in a different direction right now with our teen kid discipleship. But making sure that we are still securing and emphasizing the missions alongside that. And so some of the curriculum that we're going to be using and already are using it does a great job of blending those two, discipleship and missions, together. So our leaders have been going through some training and asking a lot of great questions and preparing to kick this off. And we've been going for a couple weeks now once school started back. And it's just a good way for our kids, no matter where they are in their walk with Christ, to move to the next level.
Right.
And so that's why we really wanted to try to come up with a motto that just... it defines our goal for each kid, and no matter where they're starting, we hope that we can provide opportunities for them to grow to that next level, and we're excited about the volunteers that we have in place, and just this new season.
So let's talk about Wednesday nights for just a second, kind of piggyback off that a little bit. So, everything starts at 5 o'clock, right?
So our younger children come for their meal at 5 o'clock
Yeah.
because they will have children's choir at 5:30.
Okay.
So from 5 to 5:30, we have our children 3rd grade and below
Okay.
that will come and eat.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'm sorry, let me correct that. 2nd grade and below, because they will be in children's choir.
Okay. Yeah.
And then our 3rd through 6th graders file in shortly after.
Mm-hmm.
And so, long story short, between 5 and 6, our kids are eating,
Right.
getting ready
Yes.
for discipleship. Specifically, our kindergarten through 2nd graders, we want them to be able to come eat early because we want them to be able to participate in the children's choir at 5:30.
Yeah.
But all of our discipleship classes kick off at 6 o'clock, and that's when we get rolling.
Yeah. So the choir time is basically for 30 minutes.
Yes.
From 5:30 to 6.
Yes.
Okay.
So in the summer, they had a longer span of time, but because we're feeding before then,
Yeah.
we've cut out snack time, and so they're really it's more focused on the music that we'll be preparing to lead worship in the coming weeks, and
Yeah.
pretty soon they'll be working on holiday, Christmas music and things like that.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been excited about that change on Wednesday nights for a while. Looking forward to seeing that, which is taking place now and everything. So kind of going back, I know I'm kind of jumping on some places here, but just kind of going back, how many volunteers do we have? Like, do you have a total number off the top of your head as far as Sundays and Wednesdays combined?
I would say combined we are just under 200.
Okay.
I would say somewhere close to 175, 180.
Okay.
And all of those are go through background checks and observation period of time before they begin serving. And, so it's, there's always that statement that we hear occasionally when we're asking for help, because we're always needing help.
Right.
But we're growing in ways that it requires more.
Yeah, the
more
kids
help.
are outnumbering us.
Yes.
Outnumbering the adults. So we've got to have more. We got to have more help.
Yes, but I do want to reiterate the fact that our people are serving and serving well, and we are very blessed. It's just a matter of where we are in our numbers. Our classrooms are packed, and our leaders are doing a great job, and we just want to continue to be able to serve well.
Yeah.
And see the kids benefit and grow from what we provide and prepare for. And to do that, we just, we need more and more resources. But, I think, again, like we talked about, it's a matter of, it's a blessing. It probably sounds to others like we're constantly asking for help, but it's just a part of the growing.
Yeah.
It's not that we don't have servants.
Right. It is such a wonderful thing here at Glory. The amount of volunteers that we have, not just in the kids area, but in other areas as well. And what happens a lot of times is, especially when, you get to a larger church size, people are in their area, they're serving in their area, and they really don't see the big picture. And so sometimes people will get into this bubble of, there's no one else serving.
Yes.
But they're not seeing the big picture of how many people are actually serving, and serving faithfully. So it's you just have to kind of remind everybody that, we have a lot of people serving, and it's just incredible.
An example of that is this past Vacation Bible School. Looking at just our numbers, it was amazing to see the comparison of adults to children and the ratio. And it's an encouragement.
It is, yeah.
My job could not be done without support, and it just continues to flow.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't want to just keep, harping on this, but like an example of when we're talking about more volunteers, let's say, I'm just calling out a class. Let's just say the second grade class. Well, we've got 2 teachers, but then there's more and more kids coming, so they need more help to manage the kids in there, and so then we're looking for an extra so it's that kind of stuff that's going on, that we're needing.
And when we're looking at those things, we look at how can we continue the classes and the structure with least distractions.
That's right.
And best flow to be able to carry out what has been planned and prepared for.
Yeah.
And so with that comes needs. But yeah, you're right. The more hands, the more those needs can be met.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Glory Kids care groups that Michelle mentioned at 9:00, they use the Gospel Project, and so normally what happens is, well, all of our care groups use the Gospel Project except for 2 of the older adult care groups that do not use it, but one of our focuses that the reason for doing that is because we want the families having conversations about the lessons, because they're lined up just on different levels, all the way from the kids up to the adults. And so, any of our Glory families, we want to really encourage you to mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandparents, please be a part of an adult care group, first of all for you personally, but then also so that you can have conversations with that child about what is being taught in the care group.
Right. I had a parent share with me this past week just a really sweet message of encouragement to me and to my husband, who also teaches care groups, about how their child was able to apply what they had learned about idols, setting up idols, based on a song that they heard on the way to school, and they were having discussion about that song and what that meant. And the parent was encouraged to be able to hear her third grader explaining what those idols meant, and that's just a good example of how we can have focused conversation and discussions that allow our children to apply what they're hearing.
Right.
And that's very limited when we don't have discussion and follow up conversations about that. And along those same lines, that's one thing that we're really excited about with our Wednesday night discipleship curriculum and classes, is that it is also going to be each age group will have related lessons, so they'll be able to have family conversations and discussions about that as well.
Yeah.
So no matter what group they're in, from pre-K to 6th grade, they'll be hearing the same scripture and lessons and verses. So we're looking forward to seeing how that how families can grow even more through that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And again, same thing on Wednesday nights. We encourage you, bring your child, but then you also stay, for the service and be a part of our prayer time and our teaching on Wednesday nights. And it's just good for the entire family, the health of the entire family,
Yes.
So before I kind of say this, anything else that you had on your mind as far as the children's department?
I really just want to thank the people here in general, just for the support of our children. It's obvious that growth and learning is taking place, and that could not be possible without the support in so many ways. And so, I truly, I almost say it too much, how blessed I am, but I am. And so I'm just thankful for the staff and church family as a whole.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you and all the work you do, because it's a lot of behind the scenes, and I think that you do a wonderful job of another thing that Adam and I talked about in the leadership podcast was that part of our job is to give away ministry and to help people to develop into leaders and that type of thing, and I believe you do a wonderful job of doing that, that you're developing leaders and you're giving away ministry so that people can serve and grow as leaders and that type of thing. So
that's kind of been a hard lesson to learn.
Oh, there's no doubt. It's definitely, because I know what our personalities are like, and what we're.
But it's been so evident, the things that can blossom and take off.
Oh, for sure.
When you do that.
Yeah, that's right.
In people's lives and in programs and services and all. So.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we'll finish up here. Just want to mention this. September the 10th, which is on a Wednesday night, we will have a members meeting, and we will be voting on to start the construction on our children's wing, our new addition. And it's something that's been being planned and been discussed and prayed about for years now with our church family, and it's just been a process, but we are really excited about it. It is very much needed, and hopefully you can see that based on the conversation that we've just had and the numbers, and I just I believe it's going to be a wonderful thing. And so that vote will be on September 10th, and just want to encourage you to be praying about that, and for that moving forward, because I think we're at a critical juncture here, as far as space issues, with our children's department. So just want to encourage everybody to be praying.
Right. Yeah. We any way that we can continue to grow, and see these children, their personal lives affected in such a positive way.
Yeah.
We want to continue.
Yeah.
So we would appreciate your prayer.
That's right. Well, again, we appreciate everybody being with us for this podcast, and continue to tune in to other episodes of What's Happening at Glory. There'll be some other ones coming up soon, and then encourage you to watch the ones with Adam and myself as we discuss different topics from his sermons. Michelle, thanks for doing this.
I appreciate you
being with us. You're welcome. And that's What's Happening at Glory.